that cut out for a minute. Anyway, Jaina died. Anubrak should be dead unless Carapace is up. It's not. Burrow charges down. Yeah, this person's dead. Aruba just shoot him. Dragons in no man's land, but they're actually really chunked, so you should be able to just walk out. Maybe even get a kill if you're lucky. Do you have any buttons? Do you have buttons? Oh, wow. That was unlucky. That was unfortunate. Back up a minute. Get a ton of damage. Oil, oil, oil. Even just, no, Q. Just Q him. Just Q him right now. Dead. Dead. Dead when the poison kicks in anyway. Yeah. I guess you trade out? That was really ugly. I don't know. What could have what could have been done better there? So once that happens, there's really nothing you can do to save Jaina. Jaina's just screwed. And then you missing your 2 DPS. Ugh, this is ugly. Honestly, this was a fat play. Like, you kind of save the rest of your team there. Because if you don't go in, you back up, I think they just collapse and then kill everybody. Instead, yeah, you die, but you allow for 2 trades, and you chunk them out really badly. Okay, so what do we do now? I would say just send Aruba to poke. Yeah. Once again, you guys are too split for no real reason. This keeps happening, and I don't understand why. Like, Aruba's running up top way, like, while he knows you guys are getting attacked. Then he comes down, but then he keeps running forward instead of coming down trying to, like, peel. Also, credit to them. They've done a very good job of just picking a target and killing them. Like, they specifically went after Hong Fu there and took him out. So you guys lose this now, 100%. They push. This isn't game over, but it's not good because you're gonna lose keep. Maybe not. Again, this is a case of like where I don't understand why they're playing so passive. They have beetles with spell armor. They should just be trying to rip this as fast as they can. And also, you guys are too far back. Um, Dragon's not. You are specifically because you're useless as melee back here. You can't threaten. You can't do anything. You might as well step up here. You'll take a little bit of splash from Lunara, but whatever. It doesn't matter. At least then you're in range. Like, if something presents itself, like, say Blaze hits an oil here, and then follows it up with ED, probably EDR, like, and you follow up with a spear, like, Lunara's dead, 100%. Even a Malthiel's dead, if you hit everything. And that's without Jaina, I would say. Like, if not dead, then taking a ton of damage and then getting chunked even more by combustion, and they're slowed, like, then it's easy follow-up. But remember, you guys want to position in such a way you can follow up on one another. Especially with Icy Veins, like, you're here, who can you follow up on? No one. Are you poking out a Nubrak? No. They're at full health with spell armor. Like, there's no point. So why are you here? Are you in danger of dying? No, because Nubrak's here. So if you're down here, there's no chance to kill you. You'd have to step way up to, like, put yourself in a position where you're at risk of dying. So you want to look at places to follow up each other. Look, again, like, Dragon's stepping up. He's, like, trying to clear a bit. And look where you all are. Again, can you follow up? No. Can you threaten to follow up? That's the other thing you gotta realize. Like, if you're back here, you can't threaten. If you're here, they have to respect the chance that they get double CC'd and eat a bunch of, like, ice. If you're back here or they can't see you, like, they can't even see you, they don't have to respect you. Because what are you going to do? Come out here and flank them? Like, what? There's just no reason. No. So bot fort's gone with a wave, which means this is at risk. You might lose bot wall. And you're still losing keep. And then you die. Again, look at where Dragon is and look how far back you guys are. He, like, steps up way too deep into... He's essentially 1v5 in here, which is bad. Yeah, you realize it's a bad idea. You should E out. You should just eat out. As soon as you took that damage, you're like, this is bad. I'm going to E out. And then if Malthael teleported, he would have been here, and you guys would have been able to kill him. Hong Fu, you walk way too far in there as well. Like, everyone who should have stepped up did not. And everyone who should have been a backliner is either too far away to do anything or in the middle of it. So you guys went from, like, having a half health keep that you're kind of, like, playing to a standstill until Aruba respawns to you're going to lose keep. You lost 2. They should just end here. Like, barring something... Ah, see... So, okay. So, we got the fat root. Tuna Breath did some damage. Tuna Breath's dead. Yeah. Good game. No. No. They don't know how to play this. They don't actually understand how to play the core. Wow. That's very fortunate. So, what a better team does here is they back up. They don't take a bunch of core damage. They make beetles. They throw out totem far away from everybody else, like probably over here, to tank core shot. And then they just chunk. They try and get as much chunk damage as they can. Or, if they don't feel like they can end, they look for a pick on Aruba. Instead, they take a bunch of core damage, walk into the Hyperion that's still going, and Lunar almost dies, and they have to waste Cocoon. Just think if they had just moved over here, cocooned, and then killed Aruba. Like, again, like... So they're hanging around. I think this is good for you, by the way. I think they're wasting their time here. Like, there's no reason for them to be this interested in one kill. I guess there's nothing else on the map, but, like, they could have just started running around to go kill Keep. Or even, they could have headed here and made beetles and walked through here. Although, this is surprisingly hard to get through without triggering both, unless you know the exact ranges. They even kind of mess up. So yeah, they're pretty high on health, but it bought time for the respawns. Yeah, this is awful. So honestly, this is where I'd end the replay because this game's over. This game should have been over. Yeah, they just have no idea how to end, which is not something I expect a Division D team to know necessarily, but like, yeah. They still got both your keeps, and they're still ahead in levels, so obviously they played it mostly right, but they could have just ended the game, and that would have worked. The fact that their Immortal was still alive to deal like 37% core damage tells me they really fucked this up. Okay, so how do we get back into the game from here? So we lost all our keeps, so someone's almost stuck on like permanent catapult duty. So the best thing you can hope for is exactly this. Like, keep an eye on the camp and hopefully jump them. Because this is realistically the last even talent tier fight they have to give you. I have no idea how that worked out for you guys. That what the hell? You walk in, you get stunned, they all jump on you. The light bomb comes out. Also of note, good job DPSs. Way to be on the ball. Tuna Breath gets a big spear. Light bomb goes off, stuns them again. The root misses everyone. You still haven't popped Icy Veins, but they're all dead anyway. Li Ming takes like 40% damage for no reason. Even more, actually. She probably got healed. Yeah. That was kind of like dumb luck that worked out. The fact that they all crowded you in here and then got blown up by a light bomb. Good on Hong Fu, though. That was really good. Not only trying to keep you alive, but also, see, that was good light bombing. Like, Tuna Breath also had a really good follow-up there. If you don't get the follow-up stun, they potentially just walk out, and it becomes a full fiesta. Yeah. I mean, that's good. That's how you got to get into it. You got to just... At this point, the only way you win is by winning fights. Yeah, minions hurt now. You can't just send someone with, like, shit wave clear to go do this. And yes, Imperious is wave clear is okay now, but it's still kind of shit compared to, like, if you sent Rainer or Jaina back to do it. Or even Blaze. Dragon gets caught out because he's not... Well, why was he caught out so far? Just, yeah, head up, head up, head up, head up, head up, click, click, click. You turn to try and buy time? No. That's what oil is for. You can be here and throw an oil down. You don't have to engage. All they do is cocoon you and you're dead. And they fuck up again. That's another huge light bomb. Ring hits everybody. You guys kill him before Ancestral goes off? Holy shit. Aizen just deletes everybody, basically. Yeah. That... when we talk about, like, happy little accidents, that would be one of them. That should have been game over for you guys. And instead, you trade 1 for 3 and get an immortal. Wow. This is kind of whatever. You should just be doing what Dragon did and just absorbing Li Ming damage. That's what's going to get it done, not the Malthael stuff. Holy shit, you guys won it by the skin of your teeth. Holy shit. Do you guys win from here? That would be ridiculous, because you really shouldn't. Oh, man. Okay, and then we just get run over. Okay, well, long story short, you guys put yourself in a really big hole. The 3 things I would say you need to take away from this game. 1, you're doing that thing again where your DPS is not in line with your tank or solo or whatever, bruiser, whatever. Basically, if you're not in a position to follow up on CC, it's very bad, especially in a comp that potentially chain CCs, in which case someone might not be moving for like 1.5, 2 seconds. And with a Jaina and a Rainer, that's enough damage where you can delete any squishy, no problem, and even chunk out like tanks and stuff. That's why I was saying early on, you guys could just kill Nubrak outright. And I feel like you play too scared of a Nubrak when he's just squishy. He's squishier than Imperious even. Like, you should definitely not be afraid of him. If you can chain CC, just kill him. Dragon, just work on oil. There were a lot of times where you were playing like a normal tank where you would like put yourself like within melee range to like disrupt them, and you have oil. You don't have to. That's part of the appeal of Blaze is like you have a ranged slow. It's really good. It plays even better with the DPS you've chosen. So I would just get better at that. Use it more. Use it quicker. That's the main takeaway. Uh, when you were in melee range, I thought you played the fights pretty well. You definitely made the most of it. Just the biggest thing is like putting yourself in a position to succeed before it's like do or die. That's the main thing you want to do. I didn't see a lot from the Imperius. Sorry, I didn't really focus on solo lane, but you didn't die, and that is by far the number one thing I see solo players do wrong. So the fact that you didn't die in the team fights, I saw you mostly follow up with spear. You didn't start with spear. And the other thing is you hit them a lot. So that is huge. When you're playing Imperius, one of the worst things is when you see the spear go out whiff, and then you're in front of the tank, and you just wasted your escape/stun. So the fact that you didn't do that, that is my main takeaway, is like you played that well. You did that. You did not put yourself in a position to get punished, and a lot of Imperius players do. So that's good. Third takeaway, I would say, is just like your general positioning. Again, just a little more work. It seemed like when things would happen on the Immortals, you weren't quite clear as a team what you wanted to do. Especially on the first Immortal, I would just rewatch that and figure out what did we want to actually accomplish. Because it felt like you guys spent a good 30 seconds or more not really doing anything. Small tips. Like I said earlier, if you have a beefy boy here to defend, just have them soak Li Ming damage. And remember, the closer you walk to her, the better. You don't really care if one or two of the missiles hits, as long as you like stop the orb and you stop the entire magic missile set from hitting. You're going to turn off most of the damage they can deal there. Talent-wise, I don't have any problems with this. This is actually really good level 20. This is fine. This is actually kind of the normal one, except Hyperion. On this one, especially, like, Raider is actually really good just for scouting purposes. I understand if you don't want to, like, try and micro it, but it's worthwhile. It really is, when you get good enough with it. I'm not, but I've seen players who are, and it's very much worth. I don't play Imperius, but this looks like pretty much the normal build, at least up until here. Again, I haven't played him much, so maybe that is the new build. Yeah, this is all normal. Yeah, so I mean, nothing else really to talk about. I just think your general positioning needs some work this game, and you needed a better plan when you were on the Immortals. Also, same thing when we were on Top Keep. We needed to have a better idea of what we wanted to get done. We either wanted to, like, push them back. You could have kept killing these for free with, like, max range oil flame stream. You didn't even need to really risk anyone here, so that was a little awkward when you stepped far enough up as Blaze. In no world should Hung Fu be ahead of a Rainer. So in that case, you guys need to step up together, or you can't step up a wall, and you need to just like pull him back then. Just some awkwardness. All right, that's it for me. Hope that helps.